It's another Lady of the House kind of day, and today I'm going to share with you my top goal for the month of July, as well as a recap of all of the goals I had for this month of June. Welcome back, ladies. I really hope that you have enjoyed your month of June. Please let me know in the comments below if you were able to get to your top goal this month. This month I actually had two that were kind of, on the same level. So I'm going to recap all of the goals that I had and the ones that I gave a preview of over on Patreon, which of course, all of the rest of the goals that I have after the top goal that I have today, I will be previewing over there. So if you're interested in that, please head over to Patreon and let's get started. The first top goal, I would say, was to spend a lot of time with my son. He has been back now. He was out of town because he was going to school in a different state, but now he is back. And it was only for a short time, but it just felt so long. And we are so happy to have him back now. And this is like the last summer before he graduates. So next summer he will hopefully have graduated and things will just be different. So I just, there's always those lasts, right? So this is that last thing. And we've played a lot of cards. We've gone driving and just different things here and there. But really, he's also been working a lot. So that kind of takes away from there. But it's just put me on high alert over all the little things that we could do together, just little pockets of time that we can spend together. So we haven't done anything really crazy or, gone on any great vacations or anything like that. But I think as, the kids get older, things are like that when it comes to them having a job or just other things that they're doing as well. But we can still just really enjoy those little moments that we do have together. So I'm still making that concerted effort to do that. And the next goal that I had was to finish my daughter Ayla's closet. So have I done that? No. But the month is not over. And I had this on my list of things to do for the last day of this month. So we shall see. We shall see if I get to that tomorrow. And then also I wanted to kind of film some of it and then post it over on my Patreon channel. So if that goes over there, then you all will know if I actually complete it this month. But like I said, the month is not over. Sometimes with some of these goals we can say, okay, I want to do it this month, but unless we actually set a day for that, and once you can step back from your schedule and see where everything would fall into place, we still need to do that to make it more of a measurable goal. To be able to get it done, we have to schedule it somehow. So just putting it on the calendar to do in a month doesn't mean that it's going to get done if we don't make the time to do it. The next thing that I had on my list was to complete the Leading Lady Wardrobe Masterclass. So I still have one more video that I would like to create to finish that video off. And it's supposed to also include all of the pictures of all of my lovely subscribers who sent them to me of their Leading Lady wardrobe. So we shall see if I finish that as well. There's those little things that sometimes I don't get done until the very last minute, but it is nice to finally complete it. So even those 3 videos that I have made up to this point, I feel were a really big goal that I had, things that I had been thinking about for a really long time. And it just feels good to get those things done. So the last video that I wanted to share was on the ladies that have led me. So that is more of just a chit chat one that I wanted to share some, personal things with all of you about, and hopefully get your feedback as far as what things or what ladies have led you as well, and just different things that really stuck out to you and what helped to shape you. So I think that it will be really great to discuss those things, because all of us sometimes just need that reminder of how our influence greatly affects those around us, and it has such an impact on all of the ladies around us that may never even say anything about it. So I look forward to that video. And then, so it's pretty much almost done. By the end of the month, I guess we will know. And then to write thank you notes that I've neglected. So I've still neglected this. I have one in particular that I want to write, and that one I will be writing. I would like to write it today if possible. And I also have one more letter that I need to respond to for a pen pal before the month is over. So I give myself that time up to the end. And so, like I said, the month is not over yet, and sometimes certain things take priority, and then these other things I still have as a goal and I can complete it, but I might save it till the very end. The next thing that I had on my list was to enjoy trips to the lake, to the pool, and to the mountains with the family. So this kind of fell in line with spending more time with my son especially, but there are just some things that he's not even interested in doing. As far as going to the lake, Jorge's done a really great job of doing that. He has been going to the lake so much. A lot of it has been the overnight stuff at the lake, which isn't what I'm really wanting to do anymore. So he did take the kids to go and do that, but anyway, they really haven't wanted to get up to do those kind of things. So I really haven't been pushing it either, because I feel like everybody feels pretty lazy this summer, and I don't know, maybe everybody's going through a really big growth spurt. There has been so much sleeping going on. So I, on the other hand, I'm still getting up pretty early, and actually for a while I was sleeping in some, but now I am back to wanting to get up really early, and I will get into that a little bit more. But we do have a couple of things planned coming up, and so I'm trying not to get down on myself about that, because it's one of those things where you really do have to schedule it for it to take place. Now, we did do some things, like I have on my list here, meet friends at the park. So we had a park open up recently, and that was something that we had on the calendar to do, go meet up at the park. But I wanted to make sure that it was a very frequent thing that we were doing. So there are some things that I have been able to do more of. I've been going on bike rides to the park with one of my daughters. I've been, just going to the park more frequently, and we did have a beautiful picnic dinner one night. My brother and my sister-in-law came, and we just made an evening of it, and then we also played pickleball there, and it was just really nice. So I can't say that we haven't done any of this, but it was something that I was seeing myself do more of, and now it seems that that is picking up. So yes, I guess we have been doing it. The next thing I had on my list was to work on my daybook. That is a continuous thing, and more recently I have decided I really wanted to change things up when it came to my daybook. So I have been releasing daybook pages over on Patreon, and this is something that I kind of went down to just doing on a monthly basis as opposed to a weekly basis, which I think is really good. Because I no longer put the dates on them. And then now I'm thinking I'm going to adjust the overall layout of it. And I'm not just thinking that, I'm working on that. So that's something that I like to have done, to release it by the first of each month now. And so If something new comes up, just know that that's why. But last month, I also released those pages in a different color. I just wanted to do that for anybody who wanted a different color, but I still do like going with more of a pink tone. I feel like that just, I don't know, I prefer that. So I think I'm going to be sticking with that, just sticking with a color scheme that I really like and that, just kind of represents my brand and everything better. So anyway, that's something that I'm continuously working on. And then I had on here to write daily because I had really gotten away from writing, just writing in general. I got away from writing, like journaling a lot more. I had gotten away from writing for my newsletter. And so now this past month, I have just covered lists. I've been making different lists for different things. And that was a lot of fun to just stick with a theme. But now we're going to be getting away from the lists, and maybe I might be going with a different theme for the month of July. The summertime is a good time to, just change things up for a little bit, especially because everything seems to change around here during the summertime. But I have been writing daily, and actually I have a journal that I had been writing in, and I still want to continue writing in it. I'm almost done with it, but I saw this beautiful journal. This is actually by James Burke Collection, and I found this at Ross. And it was $4.99, and I just loved the feeling of it. I loved that it didn't have writing on the front of it. So many journals today have writing on the front of it, and I just always feel like that's such a shame because I just like a flower, just something very simple, not for there to be writing. I feel like when you have writing on something, it really limits just your whole vision of it, maybe. I don't know, just for myself, that's how I feel. So something a little bit more plain, but also beautiful. That's what I always look for. So I found this one, and it's in a very soft, subtle rose color. I think that it's really pretty. Anyway, I have been writing in this even multiple times in a day. The next thing on my list was to update my summer chore schedule. So I didn't so much as do this in a written way. I just started asking the kids to do a lot more when it came to, cleaning up after dinner, or just what I expected. Even if I left the house and then would be coming back, I wanted certain things done by certain times. And then also just for myself, making sure that I was on a better watering schedule for all of my flowers outside. Sometimes you have to adjust your schedule, your chore schedule accordingly, and what kind of things you would be working on at different times. So I have definitely done that. Like I said, it wasn't something that I really wrote down, but more of just, making that concerted effort to change things that need to be changed for this time. I know that one of the things that is a little bit harder, especially if you have been used to having your kids in school this whole time, away from the home, then it's like there is a continuous mess going on within the home. And so really putting that burden, if you will, or just the responsibility back on the kids has been very helpful for me, because there are things that I would really let slide, when they were all in school, that when they're home, it's like, you guys are all home, you can all help out in these different areas. And one of the things that I really like to do is just give each of them different projects to do, telling them that, okay, this drawer underneath the dryer is for you to organize today, or the cabinet under your sink is something that I want to have very organized, or this bathroom is for you to clean today, different things like that. And just giving them different spaces that they can do that, you let them know that you have this certain expectation, and then they can feel good about showing it to you and feeling accomplished. And these are just little ways that, especially over the summertime, they can help out. They can have a certain area of focus, and it's a win-win for everyone. And then the last thing on my list was to prep for my ladies' Bible class. So I had put down that I would be teaching different lessons within this book that we are going through. And it's really just something that, it's a volunteer basis. Each woman, whoever wanted to help in teaching, they would pick a lesson and then put their name on it. So this past month, I put my name down, and it's on Loving Husbands. And I also, because it's a couple of chapters, I think, that are on Loving Husbands, or at least a few lessons on it. And the next month, I also am going to be teaching that as well. So it's something that I definitely have to make time to, sit down and figure out what I'm going to be saying. But now moving into July, I'm going to have another class that is coming up very quickly. So I will be preparing for that one as well. Now, my top goal going into the month of July is to walk every single weekday with my friend. This is something that we just started doing for the past 2 days, and it's going well so far. And it's just really nice to have somebody that you can count on, or that is counting on you to be somewhere as well. I know that I work and I just accomplish things more so if I do have that accountability partner. And so that's what we are for each other. I know that it can be so easy to make excuses. It can be, you're too tired that day, or nobody else is going to be walking with you. And at the time that we are walking, it's not completely light yet, like the sun hasn't come out, especially here in Vegas. You don't want to go walking when the sun is out, but it's just nice to know that you have somebody to be walking with. So I had been walking with one of my daughters, and then, she would be too tired, and I just didn't want it to be that kind of fight first thing in the morning to get going with our day. So to still enjoy that peace in the morning, I decided, well, you know what? Maybe my friend would like to go for a walk every morning. And so anyway, we decided to do that. And that is my top goal this month, is just to stick with that and to be an encourager that way. And I know she will encourage me, and just to stick with that schedule when it comes to that. I think that it's so important to move our bodies, but we can definitely make up all sorts of excuses why we're not going to do something at any given time. So anyway, that is my top goal for this month. I have a list of some other goals that I'm going to now share over on Patreon. If you are interested in hearing those, or you would just consider helping to support this channel, I would love to see you over there. And with that, I hope that you all take care, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.